الرحيم الحمد لله ثم الصلاة والسلام على خير الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى أهله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you to tonight's edition of our free Nahw and Sorfu class organized by we must have heard the term La Nafia and La Nahia. So we want to look at both of them in more details. So La and Nahia first. La and Nahia is the combination of two terms. La, that is the Lam alif, and Nahia. So La, like all Arabic alphabets, is feminine. So Nahia. Nahia is a ismu fa'il and it is an adjective for La. So because La is feminine, you see that it is also ending with ta marbuta. So La Nahia is an ismu fa'il. What is the verb? Naha. Naha, as we can see here. Naha. So ismu fa'il, nahin. Then because it is feminine, it becomes what? Nahiyatun. So La and Nahia. La that is used for negation. That is what makes up, that is the how this word is constructed. La and Nahia too. So what is La and Nahia? La and Nahia is a particle that is used for prohibition. When I want to tell someone not to perform an act, I use La and Nahia to what? To tell the person don't do this. So that's what La and Nahia is basically for. And I will mention this under our topic of Jazmu Fil al-Mudari'. So if you can refer back to it, we discussed La and Nahia there, but inshallah we'll be discussing it again because of what we want to treat. So La Nahia is used for what? Prohibition. So an example we have here, we have La Tajlis. La Tajlis. We use it to tell someone don't sit. Do not what? Sit. So we are prohibiting him from sitting down. So that is what La and Nahia does. So La Nafia on the other hand, also similarly, La Nafia consists of La then and Nafia too. La, like I said, all our Arabic alphabets are feminine. So our La is feminine. Nafia is an adjective, is an ismu fa'il. Because our La is feminine, Nafia too is also what? Feminine. So Nafia is an ismu fa'il derived from Nafa. Nafa. So Nafin then Nafiyatu. La and Nafiyatu. So La that is used for negation. So La, what La Nafia is used is to negate. La Nafia is primarily or is basically used to what? To negate a statement. When you say a statement in the positive form, we want to negate it, we use what? La Nafia to negate. So we, for example here we say لا يذهب زيد إلى الملعب غدا. Zaid will not go to the playground tomorrow. The positive statement would have been يذهب زيد إلى الملعب غدا. Zaid is going to the playground tomorrow, but we want to make it the sentence a negative. We want to make it come in the negative form. We add La and Nafia to the beginning. La what? And Nafia we add it to the beginning. So it becomes La yazhabu Zaydin ila al-mal'abi gadan. Zayd will not go to the playground tomorrow. So that is what La and Nafiyatu is used for. So we now move on to look into more of the comparison. So La Nafiya and La Nahiya. The points we want you to note. The first one is that what? La Nahiya is used with what? Only fi'l mudari'. While La Nafiya is used with both fi'l madi, fi'l mudari as well as with nouns. I gave an example of where we use La and Nahia. Yeah, La Tajlis. So you see that it is used with the fi'l mudari. But here we see La yazhabu Zaydun. We have this is an example of La and Nafiyatu used with fi'l mudari. Another example that we see with noun we have, like for example La ma'un fil bayt. La ma'un fil bayt, there is no water in the house. So that is an example of la working in the air with a noun. So we also have example of la and nafia working with past tense verbs. So la nafia, unlike la nahia, is not restricted to fi'l mudari alone. So that is one difference between them. Secondly is that la nahia is an amil. What is an amil? Is a governing particle or agent, meaning that it can act on whatever whatever comes after it. While la nafia is not a what? Is not an amil. See for example, here when we add la to fi'l mudari, it gives it what? Jazmu. It makes it take sukun. We said yesterday that, or in our previous class, that jazmu is sukun or any of its derivatives. So la nahia gives is an amil. It gives whatever a fi'l mudari that comes after it sukun, while la nafia does not what? It doesn't do that. So see example here, we have la taghdab, don't get angry. But see another example with la nafia, anta salihun. La tagdabu kathiran. We see that this tagdab here is still maintaining doma, because this is what? La nafia. You are a pious person. Anta salihun. You are a pious person. La tagdabu kathiran. You do not get angry often. The third difference between them is that what? La nahia is used, when we use it with fi'l mudari, is used mostly with the mukhatab part. What is mukhatab? Mukhatab is our second person, the person that you are speaking to. So we use la nahia mostly with what? Mukhatab, because I can only give a provision to somebody that I'm speaking to. That is what makes more sense. However, we also use it with other than the second person, but mostly, majorly, where you see examples of la nahia, it is always with what? The second person. While la nafia is not what? Is not used, is not restricted to the first person or second person. You use it freely with the fi'l mudari. So example here we have la ta'kul, don't eat. La tajlis, la yajlis, you should not eat. So don't eat. You see more examples with mukhatab, but scarce examples you see we have that la nahia is being used with other parts like the first person and the like the third person, while la nafia can be used freely. So la nafia, la yasumu zaidun ghadan, Zaid will not fast tomorrow. So and la al'abu ma'a kaslan, I don't play with a lazy person. La lima la ta'kulu sabahan, why did you not eat in the morning? So we see here we are using it with third person. Here it is used with the first person, and here it is used with the second person. So we see that it is not restricted in its usage with fi'l mudari. That is for la and nafia. So our last example, or our last point to note, is that the particle la nahia, it denotes a request to not do an action. Don't do this. I'm prohibiting you from doing this. Why? La nafia is, it only tells you that this action is in the negative sense. It is telling us that this statement is negative. So from the examples that we gave forth, you would understand what is being said here. So because with this we come to an end of tonight's class. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.